Welcome back, my friends. My name is Dominic. Today we're painting a wall and we're actually talking about how to get followers with the stories. You know, because lately there's been some discussion going on. We'll see. First of all, we're gonna paint this whole wall, right? Right? Look at me. Currently on our way to our new office. We got a new office. It does not look good, but it's okay, right, my friend? The beauty is on the inside, right? We had this cool office. You probably saw the videos. We were like, no, we don't need an office anymore because I'm going on travels, right? So I went on travels and I kind of got poisoned, and you know, it all just, long story short, I'm back in Vienna for now. And that's why we got an office, a super ugly one. That's, you know, that's what we like, huh? What? You always have to honk those people here in Vienna. That's the only thing that we got for the office. The first and only thing, right? Hashtag not sponsored, unfortunately. If you want to sponsor, by the way, Mr. Marshall, you know, give me a call, man. Give me a call. Be prepared for the ugliest thing that you've ever seen, my friends. But it's okay, you know, sometimes the ugly things are the most beautiful. Look at this. So here's the thing with this office. We got this because this whole complex, building complex, is being torn down in about 3 years. That's why we basically got it for very cheap. Before we do any of the work, of course, we need some music, right? No. Oh! Anybody ever seen something like that? Anybody ever seen something like that? Mr. Marshall, huh? Do you want to sponsor this video, huh? Maybe you do. Hit me up, man. It's been 3 hours. We have not done anything but to install the audio, and the boy works. That's how it should be, man. If there's one thing that I don't like, my friends, it's actually working. If you're new, by the way, my name is Dominic. Usually we talk social media strategies, you know, especially Instagram strategies, all the other weird stuff. Today, first of all, I decided to, you know, acknowledge all those people that have, you know, written me comments, have liked, have disliked, and you know, actually, I just got a comment right now. Let me check. Boring video with an absolutely immature host. I'll pass. There are thousands of others out there with something interesting to say. Well, all right, Spira Lotus. All right, let's just see where she. It's almost the end of October. My latest video. My latest video. You know, Spira Lotus. It's cool. You know, everyone has their own opinion, but still, I'm gonna check your profile out if you take your time to actually, you know, write a comment like this. So here's the thing, Spira. You know, I totally appreciate your comment. I totally appreciate your effort, you know, putting in there. But I believe you have a mission. I believe you're trying to do an e-commerce, you know, channel. I think you're trying to start with e-commerce. So, in my opinion, it would be best to, you know, actually take your time to actually do some e-commerce, you know, to get the money rolling in, as opposed to wasting your time. But you know, you left me a comment, so I'm going to leave you a comment on your video, and it seems like I'm the only and first comment. Just watched this whole video, wanted to start an e-commerce, but it's kind of boring. It's kind of boring and too mature for me. I'll move on. There's thousands of other creators out there. Anyway, Spira, still thanks for watching, by the way. It all looks garbage. The whole. How can you write a 0? Alright, so there's a couple of things I want to talk to you about in this video. First of all, and this is probably why you're all here, you probably skipped up until this point. First of all, we're going to talk about how to get more followers through the story, because there's been some, you know, tactics. I talked about it in my latest video about them including the insights about, you know, how many followers you got from the stories. And just them including that, you kind of made me think actually that, all right, they want to put some emphasis on that. And of course, there are some ways to get some followers. You probably saw some of my earlier videos about getting more story viewers, by putting in the hashtags. I'm gonna link the videos below, hiding the hashtags, use some, location tags. And in my opinion, you should always use the location tags and at least 1 to 2 hashtags in your videos, just to up your chances, right? So let's say you get lots of story viewers, from a certain hashtag. For example, vegan gains, for example, is what I use sometimes. Even though, they still get me 300-400 story viewers additionally for some reason. Sorry, all you vegan people that I kind of exploit. Anyway, what I found is that whenever you post a hashtag or a location tag in your stories, you usually only get shown like once or twice per stint, whatever you might call that, right? So let's say you have this one hashtag and you're sure whenever you post this one hashtag, at least once a day, you get in there. What you want to do is, you want to go ahead, make one story totally focused for conversion, totally with, call to actions, totally, with what your content is all about, and then put your story in there. And then, for example, this is your story. You can't see that, huh? You can't see that? Can you actually see that? You can't see that. Right, so let's say this is the whole story, right? Whenever you know the drill. You put some hashtag in there, take it and just shove it up there. It's still there, You can use another hashtag with the text feature to post it in, hashtag V, and just shove it up there as well. They are still there. They're still registering. It still works. Let's say you have that, and all of a sudden you get 300 story viewers from those hashtags to your story, right? So ideally, the story where you use your hashtags in them, it's optimized. You should pinpoint whatever your content is in the story, even like draw some sort of, error towards your profile and say, click here or follow me for more content like this. And this is just some basic sort of call to action, or CTA. Oh, I feel like a teacher right now. And whenever you do that, it ups your chances by a lot of, getting those 300, story viewers to actually convert, right? And by the way, if you do all these things, they're naturally going to come to your profile, which has to be optimized as well. By the way, we're talking about optimizing all those things in my online program called Unemployed, which is, by the way, only open for I think 10 more days, or not even like a week. Then it's going to be closed forever. Anyway, I hope you got something out of that. And now it's time to move on to this, my friend, which is, of course, I say that a lot, totally again, especially now here. First of all, thank you so much for all of you hitting that subscribe button. For all of your comments, even the weird ones, which we're going to get into in a second. Unfortunately, I can't, for the love of God, reply to each and every one of those. If it's like a very, very important thing that you have to get to me, try to mass spam me. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes, they just get lost. And then I kind of went into my analytics program and, kind of looked at all my, latest comments. And there's been lots of comments going on lately about how I am probably, maybe, most likely autistic. Could be, my friends, I don't know, could be. So let's just hop into my computer and try to look for an autism test for you to prove for once and for all. All right, there you go. Instant results, man. Right, do you have concerns that you or someone may have autism? Or our quick autism test can help you determine if you or someone you love might need to see a mental health professional for diagnosis and treatment of autism and Asperger's. Thanks so much. Thanks, my followers, that you care so much for me. My friends, my internet friends. I'm 27, actually, Club 27. So this is probably the last year that you will hear from me. I'm male. Okay. 14 questions. Right, let's get into it. It's difficult for me to understand how other people are feeling when we are talking. That's actually not only true, that's never true. Some ordinary textures that do not bother others feel very offensive when they touch my skin? What? Oh, that's what you mean. Well, yeah, that's actually true sometimes. But with those weird... Oh, that do not bother others. Actually, that's not true. Does that bother you, for example? If you scratch this, does that bother you? No! It does actually bother me a lot. Does that bother? Well, alright. True only, well, true now, both when I was young. Whatever. It's very difficult for me to work and function in groups. Am I probably... Difficult to figure out what other people expect of me. That's actually not true. I know what you expect, and then I kind of undercut it even more because it's my hobby. I often don't know how to act in social situations. When I was young, but you know, I can chat and make small talk with people. When I feel overwhelmed by my senses, I have to isolate myself to shut them down. What? I don't know. I'm never overwhelmed. How to make friends and socialize is a mystery to me. No, that's actually not true. Against all odds. When talking to someone, I have a hard time telling when it's my turn to talk or listen. Alright, kind of get it now. No. Sometimes to cover my ears to block out painful noises. That's actually true right now. Sometimes, if I want to work, it can be very hard to read someone's face. That's not true. I know exactly what you're thinking. Sometimes I can even, read thoughts, what I think. I focus on details rather than the overall idea. To some extent, yeah, let's just say yes, but not really. I take things too literally often when it's what people are trying to say. Nope. Except for you that just said that I was immature. The way I like to do things is suddenly changed. No. Well, no, not extremely. Right, so let's wait for the test results. Oh, come on, that can't be true. Let's take a note. Alright, so I think the camera died, the battery died, so you'll never know the answer to whatever. That's been it, my friends, for this day, for this week. I don't even know. If you like that, of course, give me a like. If you subscribe, give me a subscribe. Write down in the comments if you subscribe or if you unsubscribe, because that happens also. Anyway, subscribe if you want to subscribe. Of course, it's the end of the video. I don't know what to say anymore. I'll talk to you in a couple of days. My name is Dominik. Bye-bye.